What can I do here? What we got? Am I gonna go portrait mode? I think I have to. Good morning, Dom.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How was your sleep?
Sleep was good, man. I'm getting better at that 4 a.m. wake up. Usually when I stay at the in-laws, like I skip the 4 a.m. alarm.
Go Bills!
What was that?
Sorry.
Is that just how you leave parking
hear that?
lots? Yeah.
Who were you saying go Bills to?
The
I
world.
forgot to mute myself. There was like a couple that walks their son to the daycare every morning, and he had his Bills gear on, and the Bills play Miami tonight, so that's what happened.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
Well, I hope you both lose. I hope somehow both teams lose that game.
Wow, what a hater, you know? We get a little competition sprinkled in the mix, and a different Ryan comes out. Ryan Turner.
Wait, hold on. No. This isn't Team Gray hate. This is Jets hate right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at you looking at divisions and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's all that was. Can I go? No, can I? What happens if I do this? Oh, it works.
Yeah, you're good now.
I was afraid if I did it wasn't going to work. All right. Well, how are we feeling about step competition, guys?
Day one in the books.
It's going good, man. I'm enjoying it.
When's the last time you guys had like a little carton of milk?
I don't drink milk.
Forever.
Wow. Sorry, milk. My goodness.
I mean like a little carton. I mean, I have jugs of milk and stuff.
I was using. I don't normally chug milk, but I was using it for my coffee. And I just had it. There's a continental breakfast here.
If you drink milk, I think that's okay. Just for me, I just don't. I just think it's gross. That's all. But it doesn't like taste and flavor, and I drink almond milk.
I just don't know how else I'm supposed to eat Oreos. So.
Blaze, did you do something with milk? You did like a research something on milk?
Yeah, when I was a sophomore in high school, I tried to write a paper on why you should drink milk, but I found more literature on why you shouldn't drink milk, and I read all this like stuff that's probably not from like really great sources, but it made me like not want to drink milk.
Well, I'm drinking milk. But
That's like the old saying, like you shouldn't ever see how the sausage is made.
Yeah. But I give my kids milk. I mean, I still like make pancakes with milk and all that other stuff.
What'd you guys have for breakfast?
5 a.m., bro. No breakfast yet.
Oh yeah, I hear you. You're early. Blaze, how about you? Pancakes?
No, I make the kids the pancakes, but I don't always. I don't make the pancakes. Louisa makes the pancakes.
Oh,
I shifted duties. I just had we call them daddy bars, but it's like I forget what brand. I want to say that's the Naked brand, but I might be wrong. It's like these like peanut butter bars with like chocolate chips in them. I'll have to look them up, but I had that and a cup of coffee and a strawberry.
nice. Single strawberry. Louisa, she got a driver's license.
Yeah, we got a new driver in the house.
Whoop whoop.
That's awesome, man.
I'm so happy.
What is that going to do for your life now? Having someone else that can drive around the family and the kids.
I'm just going to be able to be a little bit more present with my own personal Blaze Hirsch life. So like I can get to work a little bit. In Blaze's ideal world, I'm sitting in the parking lot at 8:30 on this call and not driving like I am right now. So it's going to be helpful for that. And then I won't feel so much pressure to leave work right on time every day to go get Brody and the other kids. So I'm not saying that like she needs to drop off Brody 5 days a week and pick up Brody 5 times a week, but knowing that she can is going to be great. I gave her the keys when I walked out this morning, and I said we do need to work on establishing rules. And I said I'm not a big like rule person, but I just think like I gave her the example like I don't want to call her one day and then she's like, oh yeah, I'm in Niagara Falls, and I'm like, I don't think you'd ever do that, but then just like having like rules around it. And I said like for the first couple of weeks, just like let me know when you're driving. And I gave her the assignment of driving back and forth today from Brody's school, just to start practicing and learning the route.
That's awesome. So, I mean, from what I hear, this sounds like it's gonna allow you to be like a more quality dad than just kind of having to be around so often.
100%.
Man, I feel so good for you. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Plus, you could take that time to go on long walks.
Exactly. And then going back to the step challenge, usually I sit there and scroll on my phone for like 20, 30 minutes in the morning. And today I said, you know what, Blaze, you're going to get your ass up, you're going to get outside, and you're going to go on a 10-minute walk. And that's what I did. So already, because I'm not working out today, so my goal is to try and get like average 1,000 steps an hour to get to the 1,200 or 12,000. My goal for today.
That's awesome. Is that how you're breaking it down? You're breaking it down steps per hour?
On days that I'm not like going to Orange Theory, because Chelsea's post yesterday really hit me where it's like, okay, what can I do to get more steps in my day? So it's like walking to the mailbox instead of driving to it. Doing a 10-minute walk in the morning, making sure maybe I'll walk to Chipotle instead of drive to Chipotle for lunch, stuff like that.
I love that. That's I love that it's just bringing awareness to some people, and just like kind of I think that it's like you don't have to kind of do what you were doing before, and I think that it's definitely something that you're going to be able to just kind of upgrade your life a little bit. I think with the steps, I think it's huge. You can see different things around you. I saw a fox this morning on my walk.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what it was at first, and I was scared. I was actually scared walking today. I walked 6 miles being scared today. So I don't know what to do. If I actually got attacked by a bear, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I feel like I would play dead for the wrong bear, and I'd climb a tree for the wrong one too. Like I wouldn't know. I have like those survival instincts. I don't think would like click as they should. So we'll see.
Are you supposed to like run uphill or run downhill or something like that?
Is that a crocodile?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a bear. I'm pretty sure bears can't like run down hills.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what. Maybe. You know what I'm going to do? If I see a bear, I'm going to find a hill because I don't have anything else to do right now. Nick, you gave me a good thank you so much. I'm going to do that. I'm going to run down a hill.
Have you ever watched the videos of like the people that build armor to fight bears?
Oh, no.
I'll try and find some, but like some people, it's their life mission to like build these like suits of medieval armor and they're like bear proof. And then they try and get a bear to fight them.
Oh, that reminds me
Jesus.
that, have you guys seen clips of like the new MMA? The new MMA is basically, it is like people wearing like their knights. Like it's basically like all the people that you knew that were LARPing, but they finally put on some sort of armor and they have like weapons and they fight, but it's like MMA style.
No, I haven't. Do they have like chainmail on and stuff?
I don't know if they have chainmail, but they like it's like full armor.
Do they have swords?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's ridiculous. It's crazy. So we'll have to review some of those videos. I think it would be good. Anything else going on this week though, guys? It's Thursday. You got a game. Dom, anything going on with you guys?
Something really bad happened yesterday, and it kind of feeds into today's meditation as well. So DeMille had lacrosse practice yesterday, and I brought the whole family. And I brought Bryson's helmet because he really doesn't like wearing it, so I'm trying to get him to wear it more to be more comfortable in it. And I left it at the field, and when I went back, it was gone, so somebody picked it up. If you guys don't know, like lacrosse helmets are like a couple $100. So
Ouch.
I'm not feeling great about that. The coach said that he thinks somebody picked it up and thought it was the girls' goalie helmet. So I'm hoping that somebody does have it, but he has practice tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. and I'm not sure I'll recover it before then. So I need to make the decision. Can I find somebody quickly to borrow a helmet? Do I buy another one? I don't want to tell my wife. So those are all the things going through my head this morning. And there you go.
With everything today, with the reading, I don't have the book in front of me, but it was about basically learning outside of school, right?
Yep. And not thinking of it as like a cost, but thinking of it as like an investment in your child, which I think is huge. I really like today's. But
So the lacrosse helmet, you feel like is that investment?
Yes. But he hasn't even made it through a full practice yet because he, after 40, it's supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes and 45 minutes in on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, this guy's like coming behind me as I'm like trying to get over. There's a thunderstorm.
Blake,
So
you want to come?
What's up?
So I'm like worried that you're going to get an accident right now.
Oh, watch out! Just kidding. No, I'm good. He only made it through 45 minutes. He hasn't made it through full practice. I don't even know if he's going to do lacrosse again after this season. We're already like $500 invested into him. So that's just where we're at.
Dom, where are your investments right now for your kids?
We got heavy investments in Bailey and cheerleading. So she's always been in private gyms and had a couple private tutors and stuff like that. And she, made the high school team, which is kind of what she was after. She's having a good time doing that. So that one's paid off in a sense, because she's got to the place where, she wanted to be. And then the other kids were still kind of starting some investments in them. We started Bentley in basketball. He had his first practice last weekend. It went decently well. Like he enjoyed like the free play in the beginning. Then when they had him line up and do dribbling, he was just like crying the whole time, but he was like still doing it. He wasn't like standing in the corner crying. He was literally like cry pouting while dribbling across the court. I think he just didn't get it, like the hand motion of dribbling. A lot of kids didn't, so it's not like he was the only one. And then he went back in just fine and made some shots and stuff like that. So but I think this weekend it got canceled. We have like so you asked about this weekend. We don't have a lot of plans this weekend because we got like a bunch of like fires going on around our house. So the air quality is like trash. So they kind of canceled basketball, and then I had a booking to take Bailey ziplining for her birthday.
That sounds
And
awesome.
I just rescheduled that, just because I'm guessing the air quality and the small heat wave that we're in right now is not going to make for a comfortable outdoor activity like that, you know?
Oh man, that is not fun when you can't get outside. I
So
remember in the city, it was like that. When was that? Like 2 years ago, when the city was getting all the smoke from Canada. That was an incredible thing.
yeah, it's pretty wild. What are you up
It's
to?
great.
How was the drive? How was camping? You're not camping.
Well,
you're in a house.
we're in a hotel right now. We are. We drove here. The campsite opens say like 2.
Okay.
So we're gonna go stop at a store. I gotta grab a new sleeping bag and then some bear spray because MP reminded me of that. So that's gonna be really helpful. But it did remind. So anyway, here's 2 things for today. The reading, which I thought was definitely good. Well, here's 3 things. One is that we had a talk on the road yesterday. We had a little quick conversation with Sloan's like teachers, and all about who Sloan is and what we want to make sure that she can accomplish, what she wants to accomplish, what they're going to do this year in school. And we're like, yeah, we're taking her out of school right now. Like, that she's not there. Sorry about that. Like, this isn't like we're not setting a precedent. We don't normally do this kind of thing. But I love their response because Sloan's school, compared to some of the other public schools around the city, it is it's more of like a Scandinavian type of like education, like outdoors, a little bit more social, emotional kind of stuff, which is really great. And it's good for her. And I really appreciate that. But basically, like, teachers like, yeah, take her out of school, go do that, just because I think that the education is not going to be as important as spending time with the family and like being outdoors and kind of learning all these things. And like, it's a new state and we're going to be camping and she's going to do stuff. I was thinking of getting her a knife so she could start kind of like whittling. I read something recently about kids and coordination and actually like carving and like whittling a stick, and how it is like a really great thing for their brain as they're developing, because it's basically like safety, it's hand-eye coordination, it's creativity, all these cool things. So I was thinking about doing that, which I think we'll do, which is going to be fun. That was number one. I was grateful that we didn't even do gratitude today, but I was grateful that her teachers were like, yeah, no, definitely. Like, that is definitely something that we would love her to do. It's not a precedent. We hear you. She'll be back. The other thing was that Marcus Aurelius. Did you guys read today where it said Marcus Aurelius' dad or grandfather was someone who was like warning him not to like put all your energy into public schools? Did you guys read that? Am I reading that wrong?
Marcus Aurelius' great-grandfather, he learned from his great-grandfather, avoid public schools, to hire good private teachers, and accept the resulting costs as money well spent.
Does that seem like doesn't that seem like out of place in terms of like the time, or no? Am I wrong?
What year would this
I guess private and public schools have always been a thing.
I guess. I mean, maybe it's a learning opportunity for us. I didn't realize it's like, to me, it was like, I didn't know that back then there were decisions.
How far back then was it?
Dom,
Marcus Aurelius' time? Like forever ago. I don't know what the year is, but like in the early like Christ days.
What I just think about, like, the elite, they had like tutors come, they'd have like a reading, writing, arithmetic tutor like come to their castle and like teach these people. So and like, when was the printing press invented?
I feel like we need Ren here, right?
This was a quiz.
So, but like, I don't know, that
answer.
I feel like that just struck me that like there was this thought or this understanding that Marcus Aurelius, his great grandfather, was like, public schools are shit. Like, what? Like, that doesn't. It didn't seem to fit in my head. I was like, wait, like a public school like that? Like, how long ago was that? I have to know now. But I just thought it was crazy. And it's not that I'm completely agreeing with it, because I think that there definitely is a benefit to public schools and like socializing and those kind of things. I also know there's an issue with public schools. So I'm definitely not like,
Hey, if we don't know the answers to these questions, does that mean that we all went to public school?
it might be.
I went to private school for 8 years.
Why don't you know then?
Because I didn't do it in high school.
Yeah, that must be it. But wait, I think MT in the
MP.
chat says 121 to 180. I guess that was 80. That's what that
80.
was.
Yeah, he says 80.
From an empire. My goodness, that is. But I don't know. Anyway, that blew my mind. It was like that argument between public and private schools was, was there, that it was even a thing. Because again, if Marcus Aurelius if this is Marcus Aurelius saying this, his great grandfather, then that would have been before. Like, what? Anyway, I'm gonna let this.
Great grandfather was neighbors with Jesus. Yeah,
that's why it's like weird to me that like there was a public school there around that time. So, but anyway, I don't want to get lost in that. But the idea of, in our world, I think we become so binary. It's like either public or private schools, and then we kind of argue. It's like red, blue. It's all or nothing. And I think that, this reading today, this meditation today, it made me grateful that there's like, well, no, we can use public schools, but then also as parents, I think have that accountability to be like, we as parents, we have a responsibility to think about how we want to bring our kids up still. And like, if we think that perfect attendance in a public school is the thing that we're going to chase, because I think about that, I know my brother's in the chat, my brother's on the couch, and we got a lot of praise for like perfect attendance. And to me, that should have not been the primary thing. And I don't think it really was. We just ended up getting praise for it. But the idea here was that I do wish, and I think I even talked to my dad about this too. Like, I think one of my dad's biggest regrets, or one regret at least, I should say, and he's said this openly, is like he wished that we didn't just play sports all the time, that we did do more camping. We went to we traveled as a family and stuff like that too. But if we also allowed ourselves to think within kind of the school year and be like, yeah, you know what? It's less crowded in certain places. We can travel easier. It might be cheaper. And that, the public schooling, what you're going to learn in a classroom at a desk, is not going to be the primary thing that we have to think is going to teach our kids. I think that, we kind of give a lot of our accountability away if we think that way. So. I'm going to pause. Do you have thoughts on that?
Just for gratitude. All right. You had the conversation with your family.
Yeah.
I looked at the driving. Dom, what's your gratitude today?
My gratitude today was, for Brofit, Mr. Brian Brofit. He called me yesterday out of the blue, little monthly check-in that he does that I signed up for. And we had a good talk, man. It's like 45 minutes, beginning of the day, really set me in a good zone, man. So thank you very much for that. Love you, man. Appreciate that.
It's beautiful. He's such a great guy.
Yeah. Well, look at Blaze.
Oh, wow.
Brick seatbelt.
You don't have a brick seatbelt?
No.
Blaze, did you get a phone mount?
I have a hand.
Oh, well, you mentioned you were going to try and get a phone mount for the car.
I need that accountability, so I'm going to try it again. When I say try again, I mean I haven't tried at all. So I'm going to do it. All
right, sounds good. All right. Well, I think I'm tapped. I'm going to get back to the family over here. Guys,
wait. Just one thing. I know your kids like do gymnastics and stuff like that. What's the one investment that has been the greatest for your kids? And then you can go.
Oh, that was my third thing that I didn't say. I only gave two. Was that my investment was in like all the camping equipment and stuff that we have, because I feel that when we want to get away for these moments, I want to be able to, like, we have them in these containers, and we can go down to our storage unit and just pick up the containers and say, we're out. We're gonna go camping. I think that freedom and that confidence that we have everything that we need is incredibly important for me to, not think camping as this overwhelming task that, is unachievable and that we have to like maybe only go to this like really safe campsite. It's like if we want to go really crazy and like come to Maine, or if we want to stay in New York, or we want to go south and go camping, like we can just pick up and go. And so my investments in, buying the little outdoor kitchen thing, or, the more expensive sleeping mats, or, the better sleeping bags, like that, all to me, like that is a main investment that is just very relevant to our moment. So
Love that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna go on a long walk.
If you got to go, Ryan.
I will. I'm afraid that if I leave, can I leave?
Yeah. And if it shuts down, then figure it out.
Right. Let's see. It'll be a good test. Because all I see is end though. You know what I'll do? I can do this though.
Just turn your camera and there you go.
Now we can talk Team Green since he's gone.
I hate this gray icon. I mean, it's cute, but it's in the top right. Because Ryan's really good at like some of this graphic design stuff. Luckily, we have Barlocker on our team, and he's already like slaying it. So we get some graphics out there.
I was low key thinking like maybe you and I need to text Ryan's wife and be like, he's on Twitter a little too much for anniversary camping trip.
And we can throw in there he's getting too many and he needs to take a break. What's the best investment that you think you've done for one of your kids?
So I think of it like I said, the cheerleading thing has definitely been a heavy one, but for in reality, it's more so like being able to give my wife the space to step down and like go part-time or work from home or even not work, so that like she could be there for them as much as possible. And then I also think of my self-care and the stuff that I do as like an investment in them, because I'm just a better person for them. Like I'm just a better dad. Like when I look back at the dad I was for my first child in those first years, and obviously like first child, like not knowing anything, what it's like to be a parent versus now, like I'm a completely different person. So I'm showing up, the investments that I've made in everything are paying off for them, like the dad that they get now. So
that's awesome. For me, my middle is very sensory oriented, and we did PT and OT for him for I think a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, I'm very thankful for my wife, because that was a huge investment in her time, because she took him the majority of the time. But I just think it like worked wonders, because it really made me think more perspectively about like, I view him now as like he's this little ball of energy, but he can only get it out in certain ways. Like he loves to climb. So like they had these really awesome climbing playgrounds in Boston. So we used to go to those all the time, and I was always so impressed how he'd climb these like giant things. And they don't have these giant playgrounds in Rochester. So I'm like, now I feel like I need to put my advocacy hat on and get some of these like newer playgrounds in our area, which is like a part-time job. But
do they have climbing gyms or anything like that out there?
They do.
Rock climbing?
They do. So maybe that's what I need to do. They also have this like park art gym, and it's on my list to take my son there. So I need to get on that.
Because I love like indoor climbing gyms. Like I did it in college with a friend, and then I found a friend out here, and we used to go, and I took my oldest into it, and she digged it for a while, but then there's like restraints, like where they at a certain age you can't like go high up on the wall. without a parent. So
Yeah.
it became like this thing where like whenever we went, like I just had to belay her, and then I couldn't do anything myself, unless you found like another dad or another friend to come. So it was a little too much, and then she stopped liking it.
Mhm.
So it was a bummer because I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. We'll definitely check out the climbing. 9 a.m. Any last words, Dom?
No, man, get your steps in. Anne has a typo there. It's Team Green. She meant green. We all know that. Poor Anne. My thoughts go out to you, Anne, and your spelling errors. I'm surprised Miss Chels wasn't in here.
Man, I love it. If anyone still wants to join the step challenge, shoot me a DM or a post on X. And if you guys don't know, we call the chat the couch here. And may your hearts stay filled with gratitude and your mugs of coffee. Have a great day, everybody.
See you, buddy.
Later, homie.